For years, crypto companies said America's biggest banks were quietly closing their accounts, and almost no one in Washington listened. That just changed. Federal prosecutors at the Justice Department have issued subpoenas to JP Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo, the three largest banks in the United States. They are investigating whether those banks unlawfully shut down customer accounts for political reasons. The crypto industry has a name for this pattern: Operation Choke Point 2.0. The claim that regulators pressured banks into cutting off digital asset firms. For a long time, that claim was waved away as a conspiracy theory. A federal subpoena is something else entirely, because it means the government now believes there may be enough evidence to compel sworn testimony and internal records. The banks have not been charged with anything, and they say they follow the law. But the question crypto has shouted for years is finally being asked by people with the power to demand an answer. The company behind the world's largest stablecoin just made a bet that has nothing to do with trading tokens and everything to do with robots. Tether, the issuer of the dollar-pegged stablecoin USDT, has led a $1.4 billion funding round for Robotics, a German company building humanoid robots for factories, warehouses, and eventually homes. And it did not invest alone. NVIDIA, the most valuable chip maker in the world, and Amazon both joined the round, putting three of the biggest names in technology and crypto behind a single robotics startup. Nura says the new money will help it build artificial intelligence and crypto payment tools directly into its machines, robots that could one day sense their surroundings, make their own decisions, and even pay for services entirely on their own. For Tether, it is the latest sign the firm wants to be far more than a stablecoin operator. The billions it earns each year holding U.S. government bonds are now funding an aggressive push into a physical, automated future. Another day in decentralized finance, another stolen fortune, but this time the users who lost money are getting all of it back. Raydium, one of the largest decentralized exchanges on the Solana network, was hit by an exploit that drained about $1.34 million from the platform. An attacker found a weakness in Raydium's code and quietly walked away with the funds before anyone could stop them. Here is the twist that makes this story different. Raydium says no user will lose a single cent. The exchange is repaying every affected account out of its own treasury, the reserve it keeps on hand for exactly this kind of emergency. Security researchers warn that decentralized finance attacks are climbing sharply again, as hackers probe one exchange after another, hunting for the single mistake that lets them in. Raydium quietly covered the loss this time, and the harder question hanging over the entire sector is who covers it the next time. Subscribe now.